We got 1, 2, 3, 4 different knives or products we're going to be checking out today in this video. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we have 2 knives from Artisan Cutlery. We have one from EMP EDC. Super excited for this one. Then we have a mystery item we're going to be checking out here towards the end. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And as always, there will be links down below in the description and pinned comments where you can check these out. They should be available as of the time of this video. And it does help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. We're going to go ahead and jump right in, going in this order. Doing the honors is going to be a knife that has been in the pocket and is probably going to be dominating the pocket here for quite some time to come. Just got a chance to unbox the Winterbladeco Factor. This is batch 4, and I've been really wanting this knife for quite some time. I finally got it on my hands, and it has not left the pocket since I recorded the video, pretty much. So check it out if you haven't already. That is one of the most recent uploads here on the channel. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dig in here. We have the magnetic unboxing experience. High quality precision crafted knives. Artisan Cutlery is the more premium branch of CJRB. Zipper pouch here, we have a wiping cloth, some paperwork, and then we have the knife here. Ooh, man. Holy smokes. Okay, they were telling me something about a Kickstarter, so we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go. It's funny how you have assumption of risk and indemnity agreement. That's an interesting little agreement there. Feel free to pause and read through that if you're interested. Artisan Cutlery branded wiping cloth here in gold. All right, but here we go. Holy smokes, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. This is wild. Holy macaroni. Really jumping out at me is obviously it's blacked out, but with red. Now, I typically go for monochromatic knives for the most part, black, grays, and things like that. But red is actually my favorite color, so absolutely digging that. I may be a little biased, if anything. Kind of feels like fat carbon, otherwise just carbon fiber with some red accents. Not matching on the other side, which would have been nice. We do have a button-operated liner lock. Okay. All right, a little round of applause here to Artisan Cutlery for the button liner lock. That's going to be awesome. We have thumb studs for deployment. We have an opening hole, and even the micro milling here on the handle looks very sweet. Is it titanium? The answer is yes. We have tie on here, titanium pocket clip. Some interesting speed holes here towards the back, hiding behind the pocket clip. That's interesting. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and bam, send it. Holy macaroni. Talk about a wild, crazy looking geometry on this blade. Holy smokes, guys. Listen, after Metal Complex gets arrested by the blade police, we need to check in with them and see what the heck are we classifying this thing, because holy smokes, yeah, we have a dual flat zone, flat grind going on here. This one has a bit of a recurve, nothing too crazy. We have a little bit of a harpoon, a little bit of a clip point. I don't know. You guys let me know. I'm going to kick this one over to you guys. Let me know your best guesses in the comments as far as the geometry on this one. We're looking at S90V steel on this one with the black finish. I didn't read any details as far as it being DLC or anything. Also, what's interesting too, like I said earlier, guys, they went for the button operated liner lock. And honestly, it was about time they did that, because Kaiser has been doing their fair share of button-operated liner locks. Vosteed has been doing them for a minute as well. The patent on the compression lock expired a while back, so many companies are getting their feet wet creating button-operated liner locks. Concept also has their fair share, but deploying off of the hole here feels good. Thumb deployment also feels nice. I like that they managed to add the thumb studs, right, nice and comfortable there towards the corner. You can also deploy with the button itself. The action is actually very smooth. Sometimes you can get a little ting on the open. Let me know if you hear it or not. The camera or the mic might not do it justice. And then, of course, the ergos. I mean, check this out. Able to get a full 4-finger grip. I can forward choke if I want to. Good jimping throughout the blade and the handle itself, which feels nice. And just a wild geometry. You got this little tip right here you could use as a utility cut and draw cut. You have this tip. It's a little bit higher than usual, kind of trailing point in a way. Not typically my cup of tea, but somehow, some way, it looks savage on this design. The little duck, little logo here, I'm assuming that's a duck. A little bit on the bigger side, I'm noticing that. A little billboardy, if anything. But I don't mind it too much. Nice, clean Artisan lettering there on the show side. We do have a solid titanium scale on the carbon fiber show side. Then we have a blacked out liner right on the opposite end, obviously for the liner lock. But man, this thing is looking sweet, ladies and gentlemen. Reverse grip feels good. Little Friday night gas station fighting grip feels nice. The Pakal grip, not so much. That's about the only grip I wouldn't recommend. But all the other ones, they're absolutely very solid. Now let's go ahead and check out the next model here. I wonder if it's the same. Did they do a different variant? Let's go ahead and find out together. This is the Artisan Cutlery logo. I definitely like that. They used to print that on the blades. Now they write out Artisan on the blades instead. But I absolutely dig their logo. I think it's very minimalistic. But we have the same sign your life away agreement on this one we saw earlier. We have a Artisan Cutlery wiping cloth. And I want to say they have a similar, is this a similar knife, different variant? Let's go ahead and find out. All right, here we go. I know there are two different variants from what I've seen on their website. They have a variant that has a different blade, or it's like two different designs from the same designer. But this is interesting. So this one doesn't have, or let's do a little apples to apple comparison here. Doesn't have the carbon fiber, still has the little micro milling on top and bottom. And now we see more of the speed holes, slanted rectangles, if you would, 4 of them. I like the little captive pivot. I didn't say that earlier, with a nice little triangle going on there. And on the opposite side, there we go, that looks very similar. This one has more of a stone wash blacked out finish. This is full coated in black. This one's more like a wash color. We can see some areas that are a little bit more distressed and things like that, which makes it for a nice, cool look. So that being said, let's go ahead and send it here for the win. Bam, check it out. Also a blacked out stone wash finish on the blade. S90V on this one as well. And I think it might be a little bit easier to see on this one as far as going from one flat zone to the other. That's definitely very interesting there, the way they pulled that off. It would have been nice if it had a hollow ground somewhere. That would have even spiced things up some more. But as it is, it absolutely looks very nice. Some speed holes are going to be see-through, right? Because you have the matching speed hole on the other side. But we got 4 on the show side and only 2 on the pocket clip side. I'm sure they didn't want that to interfere with the pocket clip performance going in and out of the pocket. Obviously a matching titanium pocket clip. And man, these are pretty smooth. Nice ball bearing action there as you would expect. There's a little close-up one last time of the button operated liner lock, right? Think of like Spider Coast compression lock, but with a button. Nice and easy to operate. Definitely way stronger than the original plunge lock button lock, to say the least. Just a quick little side shot here, side by side, so you guys can take a closer look. Looks like at least 2 variants. I believe there are other variants available. Again, all the details about the Kickstarter, the date, everything you need to know is going to be on the screen right now. Feel free to pause the video. And also I'll have the details in the pinned comment and description as well if you guys want to check it out and learn more. So we got 2 variants of a banger from Artisan Cutlery there to start us off. Now we're going to go ahead and check out EMP EDC. And this one should be an interesting one here. I want to say Best Tech is the OEM. It has a very Best Tech sort of knife pouch, knife zipper pouch. Let's get in here, bada bing, bada boom. We got a nice little sticker there, and then we have the Pulse OTF. I want to say this one might be the Bowie. Maybe, maybe not. Let's find out. April 2026. It is not the first or the second. This one is a 3rd run. It's crazy they're already on the 3rd run. That's insane. And of course, here it is. Hello. Can I have the knife? I think the pocket clip got stuck. There we go. Thank you. Can I? Yes. Appreciate it. It's my knife and I need it now, damn it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, check it out. Now, I know they were doing the Nimble XT with this sort of wavy pattern on it. And it's nice to see it here on the OTF as well. I like how it carries over to the pocket clip. That just looks sweet. All right, no pull here. I want to say we have aluminum. We typically have aluminum on OTF knives. Titanium pocket clip. But if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead. This design is going to be very, very grippy. Not to mention, obviously, it's going to look really, really nice. Got the EMP, Every Man's Pocket logo there towards the front. And without further ado, bam. Oh, man. It is absolutely the DLC version indeed, guys. Check this thing out. Now, I want to say there's a sheep's foot reverse tanto version, and there is the Bowie version. This one is the Bowie version, of course. We have a hollow ground going all the way through here with a flat towards the tip. Let me have you guys take it all in. Check that out. That's beautiful. It's funny how John designed it. John Rusk is a designer behind EMP EDC, by the way. There's a little bit of a fuller there. There's an opening hole and a fuller. Even though you're not going to use a knife to deploy with the hole or the fuller, that's just part of his design DNA through and through. You'll see that in a second. We'll compare it to the Nimble XT. This one is a Urban EDC exclusive. But here we go, action time. Oh man, come on now. This is sweet. Absolutely nailed it here with the ramp on both the open and close. They feel really good. They're not going to destroy your finger. They get progressively finer and finer towards the middle circle in the middle. And then same thing on the opposite end. So the opening and close action is going to be really, really smooth. Actually feels really nice. A little bit of you feel a little bit of recoil on the open and close on the handle. It's crazy, I haven't handled an OTF in about a minute here. But yeah, this is probably one of the nicest OTFs in the market. Especially if you're looking for an OTF that doesn't have like a spear point or a dagger blade. You're looking for a more, let's say, EDC friendly sort of blade geometry, right? That sheep's foot one is going to be very nice. This Bowie one is also going to come handy as well. So that's one thing that these EMP Pulse OTFs have going for them. Now, in the open position, there's a tad bit of wiggle, nothing crazy. I want to say this is night and day difference from some of the earlier OTS, even Microtech OTS from 2 to 3 years ago. This is very, very minimal, guys. Like you can feel it a tad bit. You almost can't hear it at all. Just very, very minimal, like very minimal wiggle, if anything. Obviously with the DLC coating, right, you're going to have some scratch protection, right, on the blade, which is a nice added feature, and it goes pretty well with the blacked out handle. The nice little pop of color here with the green is nice too. I know they have many variants with different pocket clip options. I want to say there's also other aftermarket clips you can buy straight from EMP EDC that you can use to replace the standard pocket clip you're getting on your knife. So that's also a possibility to customize it, make it your own even more. Now the Nimble XT, like I said earlier, is also available with the same wavy milling on the EMP site. This one that I picked up is from Urban EDC, so it has the Sagaha pattern going on. It has magnet cut steel with a hollow and a flat grind combination. I mean, this one looks absolutely sick. So if you like what you're seeing, right, you can definitely pick this one up. There are many variants available as well on the EMP site right now. And this is what I mean, right? You got the opening hole, you have the fuller. So that's the John Rusk sort of design language. And that's carried even on this guy. Even though it's an OTF, I mean, you can tell it is a John Rusk design from like a mile away. I'm trying not to be biased. I'm absolutely trying to keep my bias in check, but I absolutely love everything EMP EDC puts out. They have not let me down. Even from the beginning of my EDC journey, I was checking out models from them via the Lefty EDC knife pass around. And every single time I've gotten a chance to check out one of their knives, I have been really, really impressed. So much so, the Nimble XT is part of my collection right now. I'm excited to add this one to the collection as well. Absolutely very solid premium knives, right? Let's just get that straight. They are going to cost the premium price because they are premium knives, but you're absolutely going to get a great knife for the money, no doubt about it, hands down. I can't recommend them enough, guys, and they're going to be linked down below in the description, just like every other knife you've seen in this video so far. All right, and last but not least, for the mystery item, what could it possibly be? Well, today we're going to be checking out the Bicycle Prestige Rider Back Dura-Flex cards. I'm going to have the Rivery Zero do the honors right here. My friends and I, we've been doing a lot of gaming lately. We have this one game we like called Up and Down. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Up and Down, but it can definitely get very competitive and very addictive, as most card games do. Duh. But yeah, I definitely wanted to pick up some more premium cards. These are, I want to say, plastic, right? Plastic with Dura-Flex. If I can get this out, hello? Let's talk about a tight fit. Most playing cards have a paperback or they're paper based, so they're going to get beat up after, you know, a couple of playing sessions or what have you. But these should last a little bit longer. So as for the unboxing, all right, that's feeling pretty good. Got a nice little sort of shell looking carrying contraption here, for lack of a better word. And here we have the cards. Okay, they're nice and sealed inside. And again, I do like doing these sort of mystery items because you never know what it is that I'm going to unbox next. I'm trying to cut this open and not cut the cards, Miguel. That's what we're trying to do. Can we do that? Is that possible? Ooh, man. All right, right off the bat, these feel pretty nice on hand. So we got 2 jokers, one black and white, one color. And then we got good old Bicycle. These are black color in the back. You can get them in blue, you can get them in red. But man, the one thing that really stands out right off the bat is, yeah, they're plastic. They're going to be lasting a little bit longer for sure than the paperback ones. We got our spades, we got our diamonds, we got our What do we call this one? We got clubs. I don't know why I had a brain fart, but yeah, we got clubs, and then we have hearts. All right, so pretty standard deck, pretty typical bicycle sort of artwork. So nothing too crazy, but what really stands out for me is obviously the durability. These are going to be pretty nice. They're going to last a long time, and I think I paid maybe like somewhere around $11 to $13 for these. I have them linked down below. They do go up and down in price. They fluctuate a little bit. And this will be the part where if I knew some fancy trickery with cards, it would look pretty awesome in the video, but the reality is I don't. So just a nice little cool item to share with you guys. I mean, you could EDC a deck of cards because you never know when you might end up hanging out with some cool friends or your, obviously your best friends or what have you, and you can just play your favorite card game. It's a blackjack, is it up and down, is it poker, whatever you got going on. I'm absolutely very excited to check these out. If you guys want to learn how to play up and down, or maybe you have never heard of the game, right? Let me know in the comments if you're interested. We can definitely look into maybe doing a video on that. I'm telling you right now, it's pretty addicting, very competitive. And I think you guys are absolutely going to like it. It's typically around the edges where cards typically tend to get beat up the most. These being plastic and all, they should, again, that's my goal, right? Not just the marketing, but they should absolutely, hopefully last us a long time here and many, many fun playing sessions to come. Are you a playing card aficionado? Do you have any sort of playing card sort of knowledge? Are there any other brand or deck of plastic playing cards that you recommend? I know when it comes to paperback, Monarchs definitely have a pretty high rank when it comes to card enthusiasts and things like that. What do I know? I'm just a novice. And I'm just looking for a good old reliable, long-lasting playing card deck that I can use in the near future. Let me know your thoughts on these. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me until the end. It means the world to me. There are so many videos on YouTube you could be watching instead. You chose to hang out with me here until the end on this one. I really appreciate you. Of course, there are links to every item you saw in this video linked down below in the description and pinned comment, and it does help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Check out this video YouTube recommends to the left or this video I recommend to the right. Take care, guys, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace!